These are all tests that they find out and they say, oh, okay. So they hide their ways, their true ways, their true disobedient ways, because that is what makes them survive. Others will tell you, hold on, be a virgin, hold on, don't have sex before you marry, because the book is good for you to do that. If you listen to these, that what the Mary Virgin attitude or whichever, so many texts will tell you adult fornication, all the things not good before you marry. Make sure that you hold on. Whilst they who are telling you this, they are high time fornicators, but they do it in such a way that you will never see or know. And if it comes out fine, they then have to withdraw themselves or cut themselves excuse or find another location and continue their ways. Because if they don't, because of their strong and stance of realizing that these things cannot be followed and living their own normal life, that is how they're able to sort of have the real them being their natural self. They're able to survive without having this book getting a hold on them to make them feel lead a guilty life and end up wanting to kill themselves or suicide and all those things. And they move on strongly in life, and they are being guided. I don't think it's a bad thing or anything. No. I'm also the same class category, but I'm being honest here. I mean, even in the book, I think the test of John chapter 4, when the woman met Jesus Christ on the well, the well where Jesus was going there to fetch water or so. It is a statement which is inspiring. If you want to go and look that, he says, God is looking for those who worship him in truth and in spirit. Truly, if this statement means well, then I think I'm even in line and will of this. My honesty and my truth, whether I'm a bad person or a good person, I am being honest in my badness. I am being honest in my goodness. I am being honest in my whatever condition or bad character or abusive character or swearing character that you may consider me to be. I am being honest about it. It says worshiping in truth and in spirit. John 4 here. It is clearly written, so you do not. John 4:20 verse 23. John chapter 4 verse 20 says, but the Lord, the hour is coming, and now is, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father is seeking such to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him spirit and in truth. Plainly written there, 23 chapter 4 verse 23, John. Even if the God of the Bible even want that, then I'm in the will. I'm trying to be honest and truthful about what I see here, what I read here, what has been bombarded to me from left to right, that is possible for me to go crazy. Out of nowhere, go crazy with the book. Because it does not intertwine. You say it does. It does not. The fact that it's been put in the book, you think it does. It's coordinating together. They're not coordinating. They don't. How can this coordinate? How can what we have read here coordinate with any other? Let me give you one instance of a chapter here, of a what do you call it? One of the words here. If you look here in the books of if you look at the books of the Bible in Luke 8:20, Luke 8:24, and Luke 8 verse 23. In the book of Luke, that's the Gospels. In the book of Luke 8, 8. We'll compare this verse with the Old Testament and see if really they do make sense. Look at Luke 8 verse 23. It says, then he turned to his disciples and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things you see. 24. For I tell you that many. No, sorry. I think I'm quoting from 10. Luke 10. I say Luke 8. Luke verse 8. 23. It says, but as they sailed, he fell asleep. And the windstorm came down on the lake, and they were filling with water and were in jeopardy. Jeopardy. Now, this is Luke chapter 8, verse 23. Now, if we look, verse 24, it says, and they came to him and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we are perishing. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the raging of the water, and they ceased, and there was a calm. It's all about Jesus Christ in the boat sleeping. Okay, he was sleeping. Now, in today's way of worship, we know Jesus Christ to be what? God. In the Trinity side, it is seen as God. Even outside of the Trinity, he is seen as God. Even the Jehovah's Witness, he is still seen as God. Okay? Now, does God go to sleep? No. Now, people who have believed the teachings that tells them that Jesus is God, here they have before them, or here I'm presenting to you, that he isn't God. Because if he is God, he doesn't sleep. Why am I saying that if Jesus is God, he doesn't sleep? He's a human being. He is a fully human being. He has to sleep. Now you are acknowledging that he's a fully human being, because the Bible says that he's a human being. He was a fully man and a fully God. So at the time that he's sleeping now, he was God. The time he was a man. The time he awake, he was God. Is that what you're saying? If he's fully God and fully man, he is still God in every way, and in so many sense, God supersedes the man side of him. So he wouldn't sleep. Why would he sleep? He doesn't need to sleep. He doesn't need to sleep. He's always standing by watching. Why do I say that? Go and check Psalm 121. Psalm 121. This is the Old Testament. To tell you that the book is not working together harmoniously. Psalm 121 here tells us that in verses in Psalm 121 verse 3 and verse 4, he will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. He who keeps you will not slumber. If you go to 4, he says, behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Who is the one who keeps Israel? It is Jehovah. It is Jesus Christ. He is the one that keeps Israel. That is what you are supposed to believe. Angel Gabriel, whichever way it is, whoever keeps Israel should not slumber nor sleep. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't doze. He doesn't doze off. Why? Because he has to always be alert and awake. And then we are realizing from the book, in many occasions, he's sleeping. Why would we confuse ourselves thinking that he's God? He isn't. There isn't anything saying that he's God. Now, am I saying something to be against him? I'm not very much worried about if he was God. There's nothing wrong with any. I want to know that. Everybody want to know that. But the text is not presenting that to you. So why do you put words in the mouth of your own God? Why do you put through interpretation? You are putting words in the book or putting words in the mouth of your own God. It also tells you in Deuteronomy 12. In Deuteronomy. Is it Deuteronomy 12? Yeah, Deuteronomy 12, 32. It says, Deuteronomy 12, verse 32. It says, whatever I command you, be careful to observe it. You shall not add to it, nor take away from it. This thing has been quoted it has repeated in so many other chapters of the book. You don't add to it, you don't take from it. So no matter how we view these things, we have to consider them with every careful tactical idea, what do you call it, means possible,